Hello, hello and welcome. Welcome to the Arts Council of Surrey Community Gallery here at the Newton Cultural Centre. My name is Wendy Mould. I am the producer of ACS Gallery Talks. I'm here today to introduce you to the featured artists for the month of January, the Burnaby Artists Guild. The Guild's show is here until January 28th, and you can see it online at the artscouncilofsurrey.ca or in person. The show is called Inspirations. The works on display reflect a variety of subjects and styles. This enables the viewers to get a sense of what each member is inspired by when they create their work. Today, I'm going to be talking to members Roxanne Tiernan, Jenny Gia, and Fanny Ip. And they're going to be telling me a little bit more about their show, the Guild, and of course, their inspirations. I'm really looking forward to talking with them and hearing their ideas. So, let's get started. Oh, Roseanne, it's really nice to chat with you today. I haven't seen your work for a while and very excited to hear about the picture you have to show us. Can you tell us about this picture? I understand there's no paint in it at all.
Yes, there's no paint in this picture. This picture is made by the system called shigerie. Shigeru in Japanese, shigeru means to tear and a means art. So this is torn paper art, and these are Japanese papers that can be as thin as half a Kleenex or can be in patterns and thicknesses that surprise you. So there's some that are lacy, and I know that when I bought the papers that are in these back ones, I didn't think I'd ever use them. I thought that's such a strange color, you know, that it wouldn't work, but actually it worked very well here.
It did, it certainly did, and I love the little lacy things in them, and oh, very interesting.
Yes, I had fun with this, and the colors all worked. I got the flowers in here, and I was surprised that in Guizhou, the mountains are taller and thinner than they are here. They're quite different shapes, but this was a trip we took, as some artists took, in 2014, and it was a really interesting experience.
Well, I understand this picture also has some interesting stories behind it in terms of what the Guild has been doing for several years.
You know, it was really fascinating. I couldn't believe that the one word Mau Mau Hu Hu got 10 of us to China, into this area, and we made an exchange with the people in Guiyang, which is the major city in Guizhou, and the next year the people from China came to Burnaby, and when they did, we needed another joint project, and we decided that we were fairly good at making mosaic murals that are made of many small canvases all stuck together on one background. And the challenge is somebody designs the picture, and we paint on the background colors, and then we give them to anybody who came in off the street or anybody who came from China. And we tried to explaining to them, all right, this particular mural is about faces. It's about the diversity in Burnaby and how we work with each other. And so some of the people just understood and painted just one face there. And some people painted other variations. And I'm quite sure that they were totally surprised with the end result.
I'm sure they were, because I know I've seen many of those projects, and it's hard to imagine that this little square can come out to this huge, big picture.
Yeah, we were lucky. In, probably 5 years before that, some fellows from Alberta had a project that they sent about 5 or 6 of us each, 1 foot by 1 foot square, that we had to paint according to the colors that were behind it, and we had to paint something about BC. So I got a square that was mostly purple, and I looked at it and I thought, okay, and I put a salmon leaping and a salal bush with some blueberries on it. And it worked, and when they took it and stuck it in, it was part of a whale.
Well, that's kind of neat. Well, thank you very much, Roxanne. It was really interesting to chat with you and to learn some more about the Guild and some more about your work. Looking forward to meeting some of the other artists. Hi, Jenny. It is very nice to see you again. Jenny was one of our winners for the Paint the Train show just a couple of months ago. Nice to see you back in the gallery again, Jenny.
Nice to meet you again.
So now you're here with a new painting that looks very interesting. Could you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do this painting?
I'd love to. Sure. Actually, I'm the artist. I'm the immigrant, from China. The first time I came to Canada, I was fascinated by this country, the beautiful landscape. They become inspiration, for my subject. First stop, when I moved to Canada, I live in Okanagan, Kelowna. There's a big Okanagan lake. So one evening, before the sunset, I walked along the lake. I saw there a beautiful sunset with the water reflection. That reminds me the Canadian Group 7's work. I know Thomas Thompson, he was joined the Group 7 before that form in the 1917, right? But his work really gave me lots of idea. Look at the trees he painted, so pretty. So I decided that's going to be my first painting, to do the Okanagan Lake. And of course, I'm not it's like a tourist, just look the place and go. I decided this is going to be my first home. To make a first home, as an artist, how can I express my love and the homey a sense for my painting? I decided to make a title, Spring Wind, because unless Thomas Thompson, he painted the landscape in Ontario, it's pretty windy and rather the trees. That day, when I came there, I feel somehow the landscape gave me the feeling of peaceful. So I used 3 layers. This is the far away scene and the middle tone, and also the front, the front ground. So I used 3 color format to depict this serene scene. I use oils because oils is kind of a monitor, and also it takes a little bit time for dry, and during the process allow me to thinking to sharpen my thought. Then after I develop the color perspective, I feel somehow I need to add something more to this scene. So I use my imagination. I add mother deer and herb frog, just think the food, just enjoy the sun, just walking there. It's it's the sum 42 versus 1 set as the deers pants the stream of the water. This is my soul, and also pants to my Lord.
Oh, well, that's kind of neat. Oh, okay. So I really enjoy your outdoor painting, and certainly the outdoors is my interest as well, and definitely wildlife. So my heart is really called to your picture. But I wondered, Jenny, what about the other members of your guild? What kind of things do they do? Can you talk about some of their specialties or interests?
Yeah, sure. You see, Burnaby Artist Guild established a long time ago. Each member they paint in different styles or subject matter. We do once we had big tour in Guizhou, Guiyang, that's a big tour. Also some members they do plein air painting. Some artists they decide maybe took photo is the reference they can paint at their studios. Whatever they do, I figure out each members they come with different styles, different subject matter. Also maybe different background. They have their own life story, but together they contribute to this guild and inspire each others, and even the people who see their artwork, they will get inspired. That's why we got this title.
Mm-hmm.
inspiration.
Very neat. Yes, it all comes together, doesn't it? And your title is very apt, especially for a group show, to show what inspires everyone. Well, thank you very much, Jenny. I really enjoyed talking with you today, and I look forward to seeing your work here in the future.
And thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, it's really nice to meet you, Fanny. You're new to the gallery here and new to me as well.
Hi.
So I'm looking forward to hearing something about your work. Can you tell me what inspired your picture here that you have for us today?
Okay, this is a scenery from Screen Lake Park. Screen Lake Park is the place very close to the place I live, just 5 minutes away, and I always take a walk there. And when I go there, I always see so many crows, like they're flying by, and sometimes they are swapping in for food, and sometimes they're fighting, and I love them. They're like my friends, so that inspired me. So I said, oh, I have to paint them. Yeah.
I certainly understand that. I have a Stellar Jay that's around my place all the time. He gets featured in my pictures quite often.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process there? Now, that's not your usual watercolor that you've got going. What's happening in this picture?
Okay, this is actually a Chinese watercolor painting, but I use different medium on top of Chinese watercolor. And it's on rice paper. It's a little bit different from the regular watercolor paper. And I like to paint on rice paper because this is what I've been trained for so many years. And it's a little bit difficult to paint the ink, especially the bird, so that it won't become like a dark puddle. But I'm quite happy that it does look like Crow, I believe.
Yes, it does. And it's kind of neat that you are having him so far in the foreground. We get to see a good picture of him, and yet we have a real sense of the background as well. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So I understand that you're a relatively new member to the Guild. So maybe you could talk to us and maybe explain some of the things the Guild does and why someone might want to join the Guild.
Yes, of course. I only joined the Guild 3 years ago because I moved here from Richmond to Burnaby 7 years ago. But I've been on the waiting list for at least 2 years before I can join. Yeah, so many people want to join us, and the reason that I would like to join the Guild is because I can meet so many members. They are talented artists. They're willing to share their experience and their arts, and yeah, I learned so much from them. And also they become very good friends.
I see.
Yeah.
And so are you still open for new members? Do you have a waiting list right now?
Right now, because of the COVID, we don't have a waiting list, luckily. And I actually become a registrar for the Guild since last year. And yeah, we are welcoming new members, and if you are interested to join, yeah, you can contact me.
Oh, I see. Well, good to know, and well, thank you very much. It's really nice chatting with you, Fanny, and it was nice to learn more about your work, and I look forward to seeing some of your work here in the gallery again.
Thank you.
The Burnaby Artists Guild show Inspirations can be seen here at the Newton Cultural Centre till January 28th, or online at artscouncilofsurrey.ca.